So here's something new.
What's up?
This was the headline. Your phone is dirtier than a toilet seat.
Oh my gosh.
How many years have we been hearing this same old story?
Oh, I don't know, 15, 20 years?
So you rub it down with 70% isopropyl alcohol with a cloth in order to get rid of all the germs.
Or you remember during the pandemic when they were selling all those boxes of light?
They still do. They do. It's called the phone soap.
Yeah, I went into a grocery store like right after the pandemic ended, and there was a pyramid of these things. Normally $12.99. They were like $1.50.
They want you to take them away. They just want to do it.
Nobody buys them.
But here's what is new.
Uh-oh.
The new twist.
Okay.
5 years after the pandemic, Apple comes out and says, it's okay if you use Clorox wipes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
On the phone?
Yes. They said now it's okay. Now it's
Only
okay.
took them 5 years to figure it out?
You know, my friend.
Here comes a joke.
He works in
What's his name?
Bob.
Bob. Creative. Tell me about Bob. What about Bob?
He works at a hand sanitizer factory.
What a coincidence.
He doesn't really like it.
No?
It's pure hell. Oh, God. I am so funny.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny. And on that happy note, welcome. It's the Current Podcast. And I am, of course, Kim Komando, America's beloved digital goddess, here with you once again. Now, here's the deal. This is not the Kim Komando Show. Nope. The Kim Komando Show is just fabulous. Well, this is pretty damn good, too. But the show is, how would you describe the show? Is it funner?
This one?
No.
The Kim Komando Show.
Yes.
The Kim Komando Show is longer format.
That's true.
It's a mix of news,
callers,
conversation, and callers.
Yes.
I wouldn't say it's funner. I mean, we have fun on both shows.
That's true.
But it's just you and I shooting the stuff.
That's all.
And a little less information, more conversation here.
Exactly.
Little less information.
I was just going to say, I think there's a song for that. Where's Joey? Joey, we need that as a rejoinder.
Have AI make that song for us.
We should. And you can get the Kim Komando Show wherever you get your podcast. Just search for Komando with a K, of course.
And if you're listening to the audio-only version of the Current Podcast, we have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Kim Komando, where we post the Current Podcast.
And it's big.
It's big?
Yes.
12,000 followers now?
Like that, yeah.
We appreciate that. But if you're not following, go over to YouTube. Click subscribe. It's simple. You'll get notifications every single time we go live or post new shorts or videos, or we post the entire Kim Komando Show every single Friday, commercial free.
We love that.
Absolutely.
We love that.
So go like, comment, share. We really appreciate it.
And joining me, of course, is Adam Babinski.
Adam is not my name.
No. Andrew Babinski. He's my cohort, and you can also listen to Andrew on one station.
What a plug.
Unlike, the Kim Komando Show is like on 400.
I'm on the Kim Komando radio show now.
That's
so
true.
I'm also on 450 radio
you're
stations.
right. I can't use that shtick anymore.
Screwed up your bit.
There I did.
Way to go, Kim Komando.
All right, what do you got coming up?
We're going to roast you. ChatGPT is going to roast both of us, actually.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Love that.
Someone went viral doing it, so we decided, hey, we should copy that.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? All right, so the Current Podcast is part of the Current Newsletter. Okay, the Current Newsletter reaches over 650,000 people every single day. And so there are things in the Current Newsletter that we talk about here on the podcast. And then also we're trying something new with the Current Podcast. So you might be hearing like, what is going on and why is somebody reading me the Current Newsletter? That's actually magnificent Maddie Reese.
She's just reading the newsletter every single day?
We're trying it out just Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Okay.
And she kind of gives a little ad lib while she's reading it.
Excellent. A little personality thrown in.
We have some people who have been asking us to, hey, I love the Current Newsletter, but I'd like to listen to it on my drive.
Mm-hmm.
And so now this is just a chance for you to listen to it, and we're just trying it out. Not a big commitment yet. So if you do like it, make sure that you shoot me, to podcasts@komando.com. That's podcast with an S.
And if you don't do that, it might go away. So make sure you do that.
Yes, exactly.
Can I just point out real quick?
What?
We look like two Easter eggs. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, we do. Peeps.
We should plan to wear these outfits when it's actually spring.
Well, it's spring here, but it's snowing and tornadoes in the rest of the world.
Sorry. Or if you're jealous that we're dressing like it's sunny outside, it's because it is.
I know.
It's very sunny. It's going to be 90 next week.
Do you know what I just read this morning? And I just kind of glanced over it, so I can't get into a lot of details. But there's a study out that if you live in a place with extreme heat,
Us.
that it does damage to your DNA.
To my DNA?
Yes, and that it makes you age 14 months ahead than if you were living in like Seattle.
14 months, that's it?
Yes.
But if you're in Seattle, you're going to be sad and grumpy and
Yes,
mopey all the
exactly.
time. There's
I
a
know.
trade-off.
I
You want to
know.
be grumpy and live longer or happy and die 14 months earlier?
They say that your skin looks parched. Do I look parched?
No, I'm not. No comment.
Oh,
No, you don't look parched. That's why you wear a lot of makeup.
nice. Not a lot of makeup.
It's just a joke.
You know,
I don't even know if you wear makeup.
You can't dig yourself out of this.
No, I can't.
We're
So
just going to move on.
I appreciate that.
Okay. March 28th is the date.
Of
That's when, if you have an Amazon Echo speaker or a smart display, Amazon has given you the ability in the past to say, do not send my recordings to Amazon.
okay.
And on March 28th, Amazon's going to make a change. And they're just going to take all your recordings.
Just take them.
Yeah. But you can turn it off.
Oh, you always can.
Okay. But if you turn it off, that your recordings don't go to Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
then a lot of the functionality of your Amazon Alexa speaker just won't work. So you
How
can't.
come? These two don't sound tied in together. Because guess what? We weren't sending them in on the 27th and everything was working.
But now on the 28th, they say that they need these recordings to better train its AI.
Normally I would say, okay, whatever. But I purchased the speaker. I gave you money for the use of it.
But they say they're losing money on the speaker.
So that means they have to steal your recordings?
And they say it's just going to be used to train AI. Don't worry about it.
Oh, if it's training AI, then that means AI is going to put it on the internet everywhere because that's all AI does.
And you remember that it's only listening for the wake word.
Yeah, that was the biggest fight you've had with Amazon ever.
I know. I love that. Every time I write about it, and I say or talk about it, it's just the wake word. I'm going to hear from some Amazon PR person. So don't even bother contacting me. Go save your efforts for something else. They want to write me this long note about how it's only listening for the wake word.
Right.
Nothing else.
Nope.
Okay.
But it's got to hear every other word to
listen.
decipher, oh, that's not a wake word. But now I'm going to record that and send this back to Amazon.
But again, it's only listening for the wake word.
Is it going to only record when you're speaking to it, or is it just going to record at all times, always?
Only when you're speaking to it.
Okay. So the record will start when you say the A word.
Alexa, play the Komando show.
There we go. That's a good one.
Okay. But again, remember, it's listening for everything.
Of course. But is it
So-
recording everything? I think there's a big distinction there.
Of course, it's recording everything.
See, that's why I go with Google Home. They don't tell me they're recording, so I'm ignorant.
So this woman, I think she was in her 40s. She collapsed. She was having severe pains in her chest.
Okay.
And they thought for sure it was a heart attack. So she gets rushed to the emergency room. And what I thought was really innovative is that instead of like taking her into a room and then doing an ultrasound and doing all the tests, is that a doctor went into the emergency room with his iPhone with some type of special attachment and did an ultrasound of her heart while she was there without checking her in and going through the whole triage and all the other stuff, and found that she had a torn aorta, that it was a birth defect.
With an iPhone.
Yes. So he essentially saved her life because instead of taking the time
Right.
to check her in,
Troubleshoot and get all that jazz.
he just said, you know what, let me just see.
And then he pulled out a Samsung and actually did the surgery with it.
Yes. No, the Samsung went on fire.
Oh, okay.
That was
Well,
the
it cauterized the wounds at least.
That was the problem. Google has announced some new robots,
Oh, really?
AI models.
Are these for the home?
Well, I think they could be someday. Here, watch this one. Take a look at this video. See, now the big deal about this robot is that it can peel a banana.
Oh, that is a big deal.
Okay. And it can fold origami.
So just delicate, human-like movements.
Yes. So they say it's still in early testing, but it's definitely exciting stuff. But so now we have the sensitive touch, so to speak.
Okay.
Now, my question to you is,
Mhm.
How long before this gets used by the porn industry?
Oh, an hour.
I mean, it's always
It's
that.
going to be called the hand job robot 2.0.
Couldn't you just imagine somebody calling in? Kim, I'm just wondering
Right.
how
Every single time I try to have sex with my robot, there's a pop-up that comes up.
I still will never forget that guy. We never aired the interview.
What happened?
It's just this.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, he was building like robots in his basement.
Yes.
And
Dressing him up real purdy like.
and he called him. They were calling him Daddy.
Yeah. If anything, you're having anything call you daddy besides a human child, it's for the porn industry.
And then I said, I remember asking, like, does your wife know that you're doing? Oh yeah, she's encouraging it. She's like, get him downstairs.
He's creepy. I want him as far away from me as possible.
Okay, so and some bad news for Windows users. Okay, sometimes I sit here and I scratch my head. I'm like, what are these people thinking?
What happened?
Bad news. This is the headline. Bad news for Windows users.
Okay.
There are 2 important Windows programs that you're going to be upset about
Why?
because Microsoft is putting them behind a paywall.
Okay. Which ones?
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
You promise not to get too upset.
Hold on. Okay, I've braced myself.
Microsoft Notepad.
How much are they going to charge for Notepad?
Oh, wait. There's another program.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Is it Paint?
Yes.
It's Paint?
Yes, Microsoft Paint, which nobody has used forever, and Notepad that nobody has ever used.
This is totally geared, and I'm trying to be as sensitive as I can, towards old people.
Oh, of course, 100%.
Anyone else, you would say, hey, you have to pay for a Notepad and you have to pay for Paint. You're like, oh, well, I'm not paying for it. I'll just go on the browser and use one of the 1 billion different Paint programs that are online. But the older user will go, well, I have to be able to edit that picture of my old, my Christmas decorations.
My clip art.
$7.99 a month. I guess we got to pay it, Earl.
Also, Microsoft Publisher is going away too.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it was something that 20 years ago you used to make a brochure.
Oh, is that the thing we used to make banners on all the time?
Yes.
On the printer with the stuff you had to tear off the top and the bottom?
Yes. So it's going to go behind. This is going behind the paywall.
Oh, man.
And it's going to cost you $9.95 a month.
For those 3?
No.
Or one a piece?
No. Well, you have to get a Microsoft 365 subscription.
Okay. I got you. So they're
Then
adding it into all the other
But
stuff.
Publisher's going away. So that's going away.
It's just dead.
Yes. But if you want to use Notepad,
Oh, man. What are you going to do?
it's like, but speaking of that, it's like, really, it's a good question. Who would pay for something like this?
Older people. Those are the only ones.
It's the same people who are paying for America Online.
That's true. And they still have customers.
2 million.
That's great. Worldwide.
I know. I think that's here in the United
That's
States.
just in the U.S.
Yes. Oh, no, it must be. No, just here in the United States.
That's crazy.
Yes. People are. Well, no, they get the extra features.
What features?
I don't know. No, the extra features like a bigger mailbox.
Oh.
Or they now offer like clean up your PC type stuff.
Well, people do hold on to their email address like it is their baby. I mean, my dad had a Netscape email for way too long.
Okay, but let me tell you something. If you have an AOL address or a Hotmail address, you're just old. I mean,
is Hotmail as bad as AOL?
I think AOL is worse.
Yeah, I agree. Just saying that out loud is embarrassing.
Yes, AOL.
I would turn completely red if I had to tell someone it was andrew.babinski@aol.com.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
I would cower.
So I'm still giving away an iPhone.
Are you?
iPhone 16 Pro at $999 value.
We got to be close to getting a winner here pretty soon.
Yeah, we are. We're getting pretty close.
So get to it.
And so you want to go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. Winfromkim.com.
Demi Lovato, you're familiar with her?
Yeah.
She's a singer.
What should sing? Sing a song.
I don't know one stimulus. I mean, I love to sing on this show. Like, Giovanna says she has a collection of me singing before the show, waiting for you to get in here. Because that's all I do is just sing into the microphone. So I love singing. I don't know one Demi Lovato, but she's famous.
Okay.
She's one of them
What is
famous
she? Look her
pop
up. What
singers.
is she famous for? I don't even know what she's famous for. I don't have my phone in here.
Okay, let me look her up. Hold
Because
on.
anytime I do a show, everybody calls me. I don't know. I tell her, everybody knows when I'm on the air, but everybody just seems to want to call.
Demi Lovato song list. You ready?
Yeah.
Now, she is a singer-songwriter.
Excellent.
So she's written some of these.
Okay.
Let It Go, not that one. Not the
No.
one from Frozen.
Oh, Let It Go.
Yeah, not that one.
Let It Go.
Cool for the Summer?
Oh, yeah, I know that song. Cool.
No,
for...
you don't.
Yes, I do. I know that song.
Sing it.
I can't. But if you were to play it, I could have did.
Heart Attack?
No.
I think I know that one. Heart Attack.
Okay, no, don't do that. Remember, this is the podcast in people's ears, and you're going to annoy them.
I'm trying to get my range there. Really Don't Care. Sorry, Not Sorry. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Not sorry.
Okay, we got it.
I know that one.
Okay, all right.
She went on TikTok, and her fiance asked ChatGPT to roast her.
Okay.
And he then read the roast, and she sat in front of the camera and smiled and laughed and giggled, and she licked her teeth, and just like that, yeah. And then at the end, ChatGPT complimented her, saying she had an amazing voice. And she's like, oh, that's the only thing she took away from it. ChatGPT thinks I have an amazing voice. But she went viral.
Okay. All right. So this is our shot at going viral?
Correct.
Excellent.
So I did you and me.
Okay.
Didn't think that ChatGPT would know who I was. Who do you want to start with? You want to start with me?
Yeah.
All right. So this is ChatGPT's roast of Andrew Babinski. Andrew Babinski, the guy who's been on the Valley Airways for 25 years, but I'm still not sure if he's here to talk sports or just complain about them. I haven't worked in sports radio in like 23 years. Seriously, you've been in radio long enough to know that sometimes, Andrew, you're the only one who thinks the Arizona Cardinals are a good football
That's
team.
true. You know what? I would say that. I would say that.
I love the Cardinals.
I would definitely say that.
Your optimism is like a broken record about the Arizona Cardinals, stuck on this year's our year for the last decade. If wishful thinking were a sport, you'd have more gold medals than Michael Phelps. And what's the look you're going for? You look like Drew Carey if Drew Carey lost a bet and had to live off gas station hot dogs for a year.
This is actually pretty good.
Yeah? It's not horrible.
No.
But hey, Andrew, keep doing your thing. You've spent 25 years talking about sports, and somehow you still don't know the first thing about them. We admire the kind of dedication you have for being wrong. Not the best.
No.
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 Kim,
Okay,
Kim
now
Komando?
about me.
Oh, she just wants to move on to her.
Let me just sit up.
Get comfortable.
I am.
Get ready for the clip. Kim Komando, the self-proclaimed digital goddess.
Yes.
Which is ironic because if the internet had a mute button, she'd be the first one we'd silence.
Ouch.
Listening to Kim explain technology is like watching your grandpa try to send a text. It's slow, painful, and by the end, you're questioning if life was better before the internet.
That's not nice.
And speaking of grandpas, how's your husband Barry? Kim and Barry's...
Does it say that?
Yes, it's right there.
Oh, did it really? Oh,
Kim and Barry's age gap is so big, their wedding photos are in color, but his baby pictures are painted on a wall in a cave.
You know what's so funny about that? Is that he'll say something, and I'll go, did they have color TV then?
That's probably why it knows.
Yes.
She's been warning people about the dangers of technology for years. Kim, we get it. You have boomers across the country convinced that if you don't unplug their router at night, the government's going to read their grocery list. Kim's tech advice is like an expired antivirus subscription. Outdated, unnecessary, and constantly popping up where nobody asked for it. At the end of the
That's not nice at all. And that's not true.
It's a roast.
Okay, but it's me.
You're supposed to roll with it.
Okay, all right.
At the end of the day, Kim, your biggest contribution to the tech world is making people terrified of pressing buttons. But hey, thanks for the paranoia. We really need more of that now, don't we? You're arguing with ChatGPT?
Well, okay, because here's the thing, is that one of the clips that went viral about me a couple of years ago is me doing Computer Tutor, the infomercial, where I'm like, don't worry, it won't blow up.
But that's probably where it got. It probably looked at comments from social media, and that's where it got its information to roast you. But I have to say, it did a pretty good job.
It did.
It's not horrible. I don't know if we're going to go viral like Demi Lovato.
I don't think so.
But I like the shot at your husband.
What's the difference between roast beef and pea soup?
I have no idea.
Anyone can roast beef.
That should have been in there. That was good.
Yes, see?
That was
I'm
good.
better than ChatGPT.
Anytime you do a urination joke, I'm going to laugh.
Urination joke. We have a urination joke coming up.
Stand by for the urination joke.
All right, so let's move on to letters from our listener mail.
All right.
This first one is from Bruce in, I'm not going to say a city, Iowa. So it's a
Iowa.
little tiny town.
Oh, okay. There's probably only one Bruce.
Yes. I didn't understand this, and that's why I wanted to read it to you.
Are you looking for me to help out?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to be a gray man on the internet.
Gray?
Gray man on the internet. Where do I go in your superb selection of videos you have available? My wants are that I don't want to be found.
I don't understand this at all.
I think he wants to be anonymous on the internet. Is that like a gray man?
Gray man?
Is that the hoodie gray man?
I have no. Should I look this up and see if it's a term?
I don't think it's a term.
Oh, it's actually a Demi Lovato song, Gray Man.
There it is. No. Bruce wants to be, I think Bruce wants to be anonymous on the internet.
Okay.
Bruce, you can't.
Now, you say that, but we were having a conversation right before the podcast because we were talking about, I went to JCPenney. That's where I buy my kids' clothes. What's wrong with that? It's inexpensive, and they're going to grow out of it in 6 months.
Okay.
$8 for a pair of pants.
Okay, I get it.
Perfect. And it's better than Temu.
Did you get that shirt?
No, I didn't get that shirt. This is Kohl's, baby. So I was and I downloaded the app so I could get the coupon.
Excellent.
And because they always have coupons on the JCPenney app. And it said, hey, do you want to allow JCPenney to track you at all times?
Of course, yes.
I said, no, you don't. And I went along with my business. I logged in, got the coupon, got the discount, get in the car, start driving. All of a sudden, I get a pop-up on my phone. It's the JCPenney app. Like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want us to track you?
Yes.
I said, no.
Right.
Now I get home. This is probably 20 minutes later. Boom, popping up again.
Really?
So they're just hoping that I nonchalantly allow it to happen.
You're just going to say, yeah.
How much money are they making off of this?
Tons.
Tons? Even the JCPenney app?
Yeah, because they're going to sell that to who knows who.
Right, but they sell it for a small percentage of a penny every single time they sell it.
But every time you put more data on your phone, they're selling it again and again and again and again. It's not that one time.
All right, then, you know what? Settled. I want to be a gray man too.
Okay, so.
But John was saying that he's thinking, because we were talking about this, the JCPenney thing. Really, really exciting conversation when you're not here.
He said, be on time from now on.
He thinks that if he gets a second phone, creates a persona that is all of his shopping habits, but none of his real information, he could actually beat the algorithm.
He probably could.
Okay, so that may be a reason how to do it.
So, Bruce, that's how you become a gray man.
Yeah, get a second phone.
That's it. Now, remember, we haven't been really talking about it, but if people want to send us a voicemail.
Oh, yeah, we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, is that you can send a voicemail to us, just record it on your phone, to podcasts@komando.com. Podcast with an S at komando.com. Now, we're going to play this, but while we're playing it, I want you to pull up ChatGPT on your phone. Joey, can you play Mike's voicemail for us, please?
Hey, Kim, this is Mike near Orlando.
I can't hear it.
Hey, if you use ChatGPT audio and ask who is the current president or cabinet members, it's giving answers indicating that Joe Biden is still the president. And this is, March 17th?
All right, so he's saying if you ask ChatGPT who the current president is.
Yeah, that you get, but that's not my experience. I did it before when I got Mike's voicemail, which we just obviously got today.
Right.
That but all I got was Trump.
Now this says, it just asked me what country I'm talking about. So I'll do the United States and I'll hit send. It's reasoning. Hold on.
Okay.
ChatGPT is reasoning. Clarifying which
Excellent.
president. This is new. All this, what it's doing in the background, clarifying that I want the current president.
Yes.
Why is this so slow?
You must be using which model are you using?
Donald Trump is the current president of the United States.
Which model do you have? What's the number? On the left,
I just have the app,
all right.
the ChatGPT
okay.
app.
All right.
Now, in his voicemail, he said if you use voice, you're going to get a different answer.
Okay.
So let's try that.
Okay.
Hey, ChatGPT, who's the current president of the United States of America? And we send it through. The current president is Donald Trump.
All right. So I don't know what version. He must be using the AOL ChatGPT.
You're online. The president is Richard Nixon.
All right. Now, this one I got from Teresa.
Okay.
And this, you can see, like, these are comments.
Right.
Okay, that we get from the newsletter. So when you read the current newsletter, at the bottom it says, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and then you are then given an opportunity to write a comment.
After you do the thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay.
Yes. She gave me like the like not happy, not a good
meh. She did meh.
That. She says, I actually liked the newsletter up until the very end.
What happened at the end?
You said you were going to Pilates and then hiking.
Okay.
It made you sound very white and privileged and made me cringe.
She is white and privileged.
So, but how does that say I'm going to Pilates?
Yeah, isn't that racist to think only white people go
Yes.
hiking and to Pilates?
Yes. How come?
I'm guessing that there's Hispanic and African American people in your Pilates class.
Yeah, there are.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, it's Phoenix.
And there's male and female in the class too.
Now, are they all rich? Like, do they all fly in on different helicopters before they go to Pilates?
No, it's a public class. Okay. I mean,
Oh, this isn't your private Pilates teacher that you have on your private island, you privileged white lady?
no. And then go hiking.
How's hiking is not a white? Is it hiking a white thing?
I don't see it as a white thing.
I don't. Let's ask ChatGPT.
If somebody goes to Pilates, ask it. If somebody goes to Pilates in the morning at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, I went to a 7 a.m. class. Somebody goes to Pilates at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and then goes hiking with their friends at 9:30 in the morning.
What race are they?
Yes.
Hey, ChatGPT, if someone goes hiking in the morning with their friends right after they went to their Pilates class, what color skin do they have? Send it. Skin color isn't determined by these activities.
Excellent.
People of all skin color enjoy these activities.
Okay. Teresa, I hope you're listening.
This is AI. This is the future.
Okay. And Pam Owen sent me a note right after Teresa's. It was funny because first came Teresa's and then like, bam, right after, like seconds later, I get this from Pam Owen.
Right. Does it start with Dear Hunky?
No, it says, I woke up this morning to fraud alerts on my Visa account. I called Visa. I got things taken care of. But then I wanted to check something, so I called them back. I got this great gal, Summer. In the course of conversation, I told her all about the current newsletter. So while we were on the phone, she went to your website and was so excited about what she saw. And guess what? You've got a new follower.
First of all, she's working.
She's lovely.
She needs to sign up for the current newsletter on her own time.
Who the hell invited you? Okay, and finally, this one from Rod. Thumbs up from Rod.
Thumbs up from Rod. Okay. Oh, he's got a thumbs up. He must be white.
Yeah. Hey, Kim. I renamed my toilet Jim instead of John because so people are really impressed when I tell them I go to the gym every morning.
That is a Kim Komando joke, if I have ever heard one.
I love that. I love that.
Are you still afraid of Waymos?
You know, Barry and I were just talking about that yesterday.
Okay.
Because I said, you know what? I think we should take a Waymo.
Finally.
Okay. And he's like, oh, no, Kim, we're going to die.
Oh, well, now I know where you're getting it. You're getting it from Grandpa over here.
That was mean about the art in the cave.
That wasn't my joke. It was ChatGPT.
Okay.
I'm completely innocent. Don't shoot the messenger.
I'm going to tell Barry that.
So the Tesla has the self-driving feature.
Mm-hmm.
Waymo has self-driving features. And I think Waymo is the future. We're living in the future. It's amazing. But they use cameras. That's what the technology is to guide them around. The cameras see what's in front of it, and all the algorithm and the technology has a reaction time. But there is another company that uses Lidar.
Yeah, Lidar.
What's that?
It's kind of like radar,
Okay.
but more sophisticated in that it can compute distances.
Correct. Using lasers.
Yes.
It uses lasers and uses the time it takes for the laser to return to the LiDAR sensor and creates these amazing 3D maps of everything that's happening around it. And there's a company that's trying to partner with every single car company to put their LiDAR technology in for self-driving. They already have Luminar is the name of the company, and they already have a couple of deals with, I think, BMW, maybe Volkswagen was the other one. And people are now asking the question, is Tesla doomed because of this self-driving LiDAR? There is a YouTuber, Mark Rober, you know him, former NASA guy.
Yes.
Even if you don't know him, you've seen him on one of the clips that you pass by while you're scrolling. He tested Tesla self-driving versus LiDAR. He did 6 different tests. Here's the final one. We're going to start with the LiDAR test.
Okay.
And what it is there's a road.
Okay.
And at the end of the road, they've built a wall and put up a painting of what the continuation of the road would look
like the coyote?
Exactly, like a Wile E. Coyote putting a black circle on a rock.
Crash.
Yes. Would the self-driving technology be able to stop in time?
Would figure it out.
This is the LiDAR test.
Okay.
As you can see, the car is going. It's going about 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
And there's the fake wall in front of it.
Okay.
There's people in the car, and it stops within about 8 feet.
Okay.
It recognized the difference between the
real
painting
road.
and the real road because it's making a 3D image of everything. And it saw the sides of the wall.
Okay, so then it said-
saw the ropes holding the wall.
smart.
It's really smart. And
Yes.
the guy who started the Luminar company started when he was 17. He's a self-made billionaire. He just bought Forbes magazine. Like, he's super rich. And
I'd like to talk to him.
Yeah, I would just like to borrow money from him. So the same,
Of course you would.
the same
I
YouTube.
turned you down. I'm like, I am not loaning you any money. And I hope you didn't get offended by that.
No, not at all.
because-
I just move on to the next.
Okay.
Then they did the same exact text, same speed, same distance, and they tested the Tesla self-driving. Now there's the wall, driving in the Tesla. Now the wall is not made out of brick or anything. It's made out of styrofoam. So if it doesn't work, they'll be safe. And as you can see, it rips right through the wall.
Oh, gosh.
And then there was a kid on the other side, a fake kid, a mannequin kid.
Ran into it?
Hit that one as well.
Just keep going, Tesla.
Is
Just keep
Tesla in
going.
trouble?
Oh, I think a lot of the pizzazz is gone.
Okay.
I think the initial, wow, this is going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The car farts and it has ludicrous mode and
Right.
and it does Christmas music and lights and things like that. I think. But I'm the wrong person to ask because I was over the Tesla 2 weeks after I got it.
Yeah, you purchased a Tesla.
Yes, and I bought the high end one, the Plaid, because I
Right.
figured you're going to go in, you're going to go all in.
Sure.
And I don't even think I had it a week before I was trying to get them to take it back.
Did they take it back?
No,
So what'd you do with it?
I sold it.
Did you lose money on the deal?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Why did you
Yes.
just keep it if you already paid for it?
Because I didn't feel safe in it.
Okay.
And I also, I wasn't driving it.
At all. Yeah, I guess if it's just going to sit in the garage.
And I thought, why have it sit there,
Mhm.
take up space?
So you owned
and-
it for 2 weeks and got rid of it?
Well, it took me, I tried to sell it myself.
Uh-huh.
And then I took it over to the Mercedes dealership where they sold it.
Okay.
And the guy who bought it lives in Litchfield Park or Surprise or something like that.
Okay.
Because he said like there were parts missing in the car. And I'm like, I don't know what's missing and I don't have them.
Call Elon.
Yeah. I'm like, if there were missing parts, it didn't come with the car. Okay.
So if Tesla is going to fail, there may be another story that we can talk about
What's
that would
that?
help that argument. People are not receiving their Cybertrucks. People are still ordering Cybertrucks, believe it or
They
not.
are the ugliest freaking things on the road.
I've come-
Every time I see one, and people are getting creative now. They're trying to wrap them. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, I'm like,
Well, yeah, there are billboards. I mean, you notice them, so it makes sense, right? It's different. It's something different on the road. So if you slap a phone number or a sign on it,
it's disgusting.
but I've come around. I like how different it was.
It's a box on wheels.
It is pretty ugly, but it's different. I like the attempt at trying something different. But people are not receiving their new Cybertrucks
Okay.
because things are falling off of them. There are
Wait.
parts of the Cybertruck, once it hits, and according to the report, speed. So I looked at multiple stories to try to find what speed is.
Speed could be 20 miles an hour.
Exactly.
Speed could be 50 miles an hour.
And one of it was caught on camera. I couldn't find the video, but according to the recall or the complaints to Tesla, not an official recall, parts are just flying off when it hits speed. A lot of parts on the Tesla truck are just
drive it on the freeway.
flying off. You don't even park it. Just park it or do what Kim did. Just sell it.
Just sell it. Just move it.
When I looked at the Chinese hybrid vehicles and the Chinese electric vehicles,
It's far superior.
not only they're far superior, they're beautiful and they're so much less expensive. Now, I know if we slap like 400% tariff on there, that won't be the case.
Well,
But the minute those are available in the United States,
if they will be available.
yes, absolutely if. I mean, we're probably going to have to wait 5 years, if you know what I mean. But
Why? What happens in 5 years?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. But if they become available and there's dealers everywhere, people are going to fall in love with them. The technology is far more advanced, and they are gorgeous.
And when you go to Europe, you see Chinese EVs all over.
And do you taken aback? Are you double looking them, or they just look like a normal car driving around?
No, I'm looking at them.
Yeah.
I mean, but because I like cars.
Yeah, that's true.
I was looking at a brand new Escalade. I don't want to buy a Cadillac Escalade, but because they're just too big for me.
Okay.
But I was looking at it just because the display screen is 55 inches. It goes from the left side, the driver's side, all the way to the passenger
There's a
side.
Mercedes-Benz that has that as well.
Not like this.
Okay.
It's actually in Cadillac. It's separated. So the passenger side is like, I want to say maybe 20 inches,
Okay.
something like that, and then the rest of that is for the driver. But I was looking at it just from, wow, talk about distracted driving.
I can have Hulu here, Netflix over there, Spotify in the middle.
Well, it's so that the passenger can watch whatever they want to watch.
Well, but that's why we need automated driving.
Okay.
Because these cars, my vehicle, I'll be honest with you, I was debating between two trucks, Ford F-150 and a GMC Sierra, and I went with the F-150 because the center console was bigger and prettier and fancier and
so you
flashier.
bought a truck?
Yeah, I have a Ford F-150 now.
When did you buy it?
I don't know, like beginning of the year.
Oh, I never noticed.
Yeah, well, you don't pay attention to anyone.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And she goes, that's true. She doesn't even say, shut up.
No, it's just, I really don't care. I tried to pretend like I care.
Right.
Like, oh, how exciting for you, but I really don't care.
There you go, sounding privileged again.
So how do you get your Cadillac to the second level of the mall?
I don't know how.
You use the
Escalator.
escalator. Okay, I got another one.
Oh, great.
Okay, before you say Tesla backwards, make sure everyone's ready. All set?
That's not even funny.
Then why are you laughing?
I'm not. I'm dying on the inside.
Oh.
This has 100,000 subscribers.
Okay.
All
This
set.
This is what Teresa means. And on that note, we have to go because I'm going to Pilates.
Oh, my God. You're so white.
And then I'm going to go hiking.
Oh, my God.